Times and seasons. The journey today is from Westminster Bridge Road, Great George Street, Whitehall, Trafalgar Square, Pall Mall, St James's Street, Bond Street, Victoria Embankment, Piccadilly Street and Temple Place. On the left-hand side is St Thomas. A hospital has a history stretching back to the 12th century, originally established as an infirmary associated with the Priory of St Mary Overy in Southwark. It was later renamed in honor of Thomas Becket, the Archbishop of Canterbury, after his canonization in 1173. The hospital has had a continuous existence since its refoundation in 1551. Westminster Bridge, a prominent landmark in London, has a rich history spanning two structures. The first bridge, completed in 1750, was the first stone bridge to cross the Thames in central London in 500 years. The current bridge, completed in 1862, was designed by Thomas Page and features 7 iron-ribbed elliptical arches. It is the oldest road bridge still standing in central London. The Palace of Westminster, also known as the Houses of Parliament, has a rich history stretching back to the 11th century. Initially a royal residence, it gradually evolved into the home of the English, then British, Parliament. Key events include the first Parliament in Westminster Hall in 1265, the designation of the palace as Parliament's permanent home in the 16th century, and the devastating fire of 1834, which led to the construction of the current Gothic Revival-style palace. Great George Street, located in Westminster, London, has a rich history marked by its significance in government, institutions, and architecture. Originally a mix of smaller roads and buildings, it was developed in the 18th century with houses for the affluent. Downing Street has served as the official residence and office of the British Prime Minister since 1735, following King George II's gift of the property to Sir Robert Walpole. Walpole, considered the first Prime Minister, accepted it as an official residence, thus establishing a tradition that continues today. The building, originally 3 houses, is now a complex of around 100 rooms, with the Prime Minister's private residence on the 3rd floor. Whitehall's history is deeply intertwined with the British monarchy and government. Initially, it was the site of York Place, the London residence of the Archbishops of York. Cardinal Wolsey transformed it into a royal palace for Henry VIII, who renamed it Whitehall. Trafalgar Square, prominent public space in central London, is steeped in history, originally serving as the site of the Royal Mews. It was transformed into its current form in the 19th century and named after the Battle of Trafalgar, key naval victory during the Napoleonic Wars. The square is dominated by Nelson's Column, monument to Admiral Lord Nelson, who led the British fleet to triumph in that battle. Cockspur Street, now part of the A4 route, is a short street in Westminster, London, that has existed since at least the 16th century. It connects Trafalgar Square to Pall Mall East, and is named after shops selling cockfighting spurs. The street is historically significant as it marks a point where Trafalgar Square's roadways transition to other thoroughfares and is a part of the A4, major road in London. Pall Mall, a street in St James's, London, is part of the A4 road and is known for its historical significance and association with gentlemen's clubs and the game, Pall. The street's name originates from the game, which was popular in the 17th century and played in what is now the Mall. St James's Street in London, historically significant as part of the A4 road, also known as the Great Road to Bristol, has a rich history as a fashionable residential and commercial area. Developed in the 17th century, it became known for elegant residences, high-class shops, and gentlemen's clubs. The street's development was intertwined with the expansion of St James's Palace and the surrounding area. Albemarle Street, located in London's Mayfair, boasts a rich history interwoven with literature, science, and high society. Originally part of the Burlington estate development in the late 17th century, it quickly became a hub for intellectuals and fashionable figures. The street is particularly notable for its association with the Royal Institution, a centre for scientific discovery, and for being London's first one-way street. Bond Street, along with Old Bond Street, forms a renowned luxury shopping destination in London. It originated from the development of the area by Sir Thomas Bond in the late 17th century, with New Bond Street being added later in the early 18th century. The street quickly became a fashionable locale, known for its high-end shops and social scene, reputation it largely maintains today. Old Bond Street, first developed in the late 17th century, is a historic London street known for its high-end retail and association with wealth and fashion. It was initially part of a larger development plan by Sir Thomas Bond, who gave the street its name. The street is known for its luxury boutiques, designer fashion houses, and prestigious jewelers. Piccadilly Street, part of the A4, is a historic thoroughfare in London with origins dating back to the Middle Ages. Originally a route to Reading, it became a significant residential and commercial area in the 17th century, particularly after the development of the surrounding St James's and Mayfair districts. The street's name is linked to a type of collar popular in the 17th century, and it has been a major road for a long time, even before formal development. Northumberland Avenue is a street in Westminster, central London, running from Trafalgar Square to the Victoria Embankment. It's a relatively young street, completed in 1876, and was created by demolishing Northumberland House to make way for the new road. The street is known for its grand buildings, including 8 Northumberland Avenue, popular event venue with Victorian architecture. The Victoria Embankment, completed in 1870, is a significant London landmark built to address sanitation and traffic congestion issues. It involved reclaiming land from the River Thames and constructing a new sewer system beneath a road, creating a public amenity and relieving pressure on existing streets. The project was spearheaded by Sir Joseph Bazalgette and involved innovative engineering solutions for its time. Temple Place is a street in the city of Westminster that runs parallel with Victoria Embankment along the River Thames. The name of the street refers to the Knights Templar who once lived in the Temple area of London.